Zunou Senkan Gal is a real disappointment. And it is Gal. The trailing G is silent. If you watch 30 seconds of gameplay video, you'd think this actually looks like a halfway decent shoot 'em up. It looks like something in the style of Star Force. It's got fast action, there's a wide variety of enemies, but lurking below the surface are some systems that were intended to give the game a bit more depth, and none of them work the way that they're supposed to. I have to start with the box for the game. In the upper left-hand corner, you see it says Scroll RPG. And just to make sure that's clear, it says Scroll Role-Playing Game right below that. Galg justified calling their game an RPG for two reasons. First, the classic, well, you're playing a role excuse, which means there's only two genres of games, abstract puzzle and RPG. The other thing is that your ship levels up, kind of, by killing enemies. So instead of collecting power-ups, you kill enough enemies and you get rapid fire, or the ability to shoot angled shots. The catch is, it takes about 5 stages of play to level up once. And if you die, you level down. And there's only 5 levels of power-ups. That is pretty thin for an RPG. The story of the game is that you're flying the Gistas 21, an advanced space fighter, and your target is an evil computer at the center of the universe. The titular brain battleship does not appear in the game. It is only referenced in the ending. To defeat the evil computer, you need to collect the parts of a special weapon. Now here's where Gal turns really evil. You have to collect 100 weapon components in order to fight the final boss. A maximum of 1 component appears per stage. There are 30 stages, so you need to complete 4 loops of the game to be able to defeat it. That's at a minimum. When I completed a loop of the game, I collected 25 parts, so missing anything would mean an additional loop. The enemies take more hits to destroy every loop you go through, and it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to complete a loop. So this is a shoot 'em up where you will be playing for hours in order to beat it. There are no continues in Gal, so you have to do it all in one sitting with no game over. These plates with triangles on them are the parts that you have to collect. There are 3 different zones that you'll fly through, and the first one offers branching paths that will take you to different sets of levels. It actually doesn't make a big difference which path you choose, though. Sometimes you'll encounter these capsules. Running into them triggers a warp that will take you to the next segment of the game. You'll also sometimes get this bomb. Shoot it and it joins your side, and then you can press B to eliminate all enemies on the screen. That overlaps with some of the shooting controls. The max level angled shots also fire with the B button. One of the best things in Gal are the variety of enemies. Just like in Star Soldier, each of the enemies has their own attack pattern, and the quantity of them keeps things changing up. If for some reason you did want to see the end of Gal, there is a cheat code. Enter this code on the title screen, and your ship becomes invincible. You can still run into walls, but it doesn't cost you any lives. Another weird trick in Gal is that it has a minus world. At the end of level 20, you advance to the next zone, but if you die right before the end of level 20, then the game starts up a little bit past where you died, and that's past the trigger for the advancement. I can kind of tell what went wrong with Gal. I'm picturing someone having a brilliant idea for merging the level-up mechanics of RPGs with a shoot-'em-up, and maybe a bit of Taro Druaga mixed in for good measure. But these are elements that are tough to fit together at the best of time, and they are really not well implemented in Gal. The shooting is good, but everything else turns Zunou Senkan Gal into just a slog to play. This is another DB Soft game where they gave away medals to players who got a high enough score. The 200,000 point medal is just about at the level where if you played perfectly to that, you'd have a max level ship. This could have been one of the greats, and it just misses the mark.